and gentlemen. It is Monday, August 25th, 2025. This is the Betting Memo, and my name is Nick Parsons. This is the show that we caught up with everything going on over at SportsMemo. Today, I'm going to be trying to provide you with as many winning picks as possible. We have a college football heavy show for you today. We're going to have a featured handicapper who will have a featured free play. We're going to have a round of rapid fire free picks. We will also have my Parsons best bet. That's an actual client pick that I have posted over at SportsMemo. And we're going to just get right into the Gold Sheet free play, guys. And so the Gold Sheet is a company that's been around since the late 1950s. They provide picks on both Wager Talk and at SportsMemo. And they also provide me with a Gold Sheet free play on every Betting Memo show. Let's just get right into the Monday Gold Sheet free play. And so, guys, the Gold Sheet team is taking an early look at Thursday's college football contest between Minnesota and Buffalo with a lean toward the under. And that's widely available at 44.5 on Monday morning. And they go on to say that both teams will be welcoming in a new quarterback. And Bulls quarterback Taquan Robertson only attempted 7 passes last season. Minnesota was bottom 20 in the country in pace last season, using an average of 29.3 seconds per play. The Gophers' defense was top 15 in yards per game, points per game, and yards per play allowed last season. And then they close by saying, look for both defenses to be ahead of the offenses in this one. Don't forget the college football week 1 edition of the Football Gold Sheet newsletter is available for $5, guys. You get analysis and predictions on every college football game this weekend from the country's longest running sports betting newsletter, as I said, guys, from the late 1950s. So to take advantage of this newsletter, visit wagertalk.com/goldsheet/football to pick up this week's issue for just $5. The main purpose of the Betting Memo for sure is to try and get you guys as many winning picks as possible, but there's always a little bit of business that I have to take care of. I have to tell you about some of the specials going on over at SportsMemo this summer. The most popular one is called Flex Picks, and here's how that works. And so, guys, Flex Picks is on sale right now, a 7-day pass for $69.99. That's less than $10 per day. And what a Flex Pass does, guys, when you buy one, either a 7 or 30-day Flex Pass, you can also get 3-day Flex Passes. You can stay with one handicapper the whole time, or you can switch up your handicappers every day. And so you get full access for the day. You can plan ahead or go day by day, and you can change your mind at any time. You can switch your selected expert right up until the games are released, and you can also skip days at your convenience. So if you have a 30-day Flex Pass, you don't need to use it 30 days in a row, guys. It is the most flexible and affordable way to stay ahead with expert betting advice. And now on Wednesdays throughout the summer, SportsMemo has $5 Wednesdays. Every handicapper releases one $5 play. This has been a very popular day on Wednesday here throughout the summer for sure, because there's no coupon needed. There's no limit either. So it's a great opportunity to load up on a variety of top plays from a variety of different handicappers. And then on Fridays, we have 50% off Fridays, very similar to $5 Wednesday in that every handicapper releases one 50% off package. It's another great opportunity to take advantage and save at the same time. Okay, guys, time for my Parsons best bet, and that is an actual client play that I have posted over at SportsMemo. On Saturday, I had a play on Fresno State, and that pick came up short in Kansas. It wasn't my best week last week, guys. I wish I could win every single day, every single week, every single month. But of course, that's impossible. I do have really great long-term records in almost every sport. I finished #1 in several sports over the last few years. I've said this before, but I've now been doing this for over 2 decades. And so if you've been doing this for a while as well, you know that short-term volatility is unfortunately part of any season. But that said, guys, I'm definitely now looking to get things turned around this week, new streak. Overall, I was 1-2 with my college football picks in week 0. I already have several big plays posted here in week 1. And typically for me, my programs, they get stronger as the season progresses. There's a lot of my situationally based reasons that I select on a team or a total. They're based upon what those teams did the night before or the week before, the weekends before, etc. And so remember, guys, this is an actual client play that I have already posted over at SportsMemo. And this is a look ahead play to Thursday, which sees the Boise State Broncos at the South Florida Bulls. Let's get into it. And so I like USF in the points here, guys. I have 6.5, but I also like it at 6. Now, Boise State, it's loaded with talent, But the best player on the field, most likely anyways, is USF quarterback Byram Brown, who is 6'2" and 231 pounds. Brown had a breakout season in 2023. He passed for 3,242 yards, 26 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions. But he also ran for 809 yards and another 11 touchdowns. Last year, though, he suffered a leg injury in the 5th game of the year. In those 5 games, he rushed for 268 yards and 3 touchdowns, while also throwing for 836 yards and 2 other touchdowns with no interceptions. And Brown, he's going to benefit greatly from playing behind probably the American Conference's best offensive line, with 4 returning starters who have 114 career starts between them. He'll also have a strong run game anchored by Cartavius Norton, who had 525 rushing yards and 7 touchdowns for Charlotte last year. The weakness last year for the Bulls was their defense, and that'll be the weak point again this year, but it should be improved as well. Boise State, it lost its best offensive weapon from last year, as All-American running back Ashton Jeanty went 6th in the draft to the Raiders. That said, the Broncos, as I mentioned earlier, they're still loaded with talent on both sides of the ball, including quarterback Maddox Madsen, who had 3,018 passing yards with a 23-6 touchdown to interception ratio. And he has plenty of receivers and a stable of good running backs as well. And so this isn't going to be a cakewalk for the Bulls, and really an outright upset is unlikely. The Broncos averaged 37.3 points per game while allowing 22.6. But Brown is a real X factor here that I think Boise State will have issues with on Thursday night. Without Jeanty, this Broncos offense will be more one-dimensional to open the season. And if you think that the road ahead will be any easier for USF, think again, with a game at Florida and then at Miami after that. I mean, 0-3 for USF to open the season, that is a very real possibility. And so that makes this more winnable week 1 home game even more important. Boise State, on the other hand, returns home for a cream puff against Eastern Washington. And so, guys, in the contest that I see coming right down to the wire, I'm grabbing the points in this one on Thursday night, as USF is my Parsons best bet for Monday. Gentlemen, the NFL season is right around the corner. The college football season is in full swing. NBA and NHL will basically be going in a month from now. It's the best time of the year. I'm going to have plenty of Parsons picks. I'm going to have on plenty of featured cappers. More coming this week for sure. Steve Seagrave, Joe D'Amico, and others are coming on the show this week, guys. And so if you want to support myself, if you want to support all of the handicappers over at SportsMemo, the best way to do that is just to smash the like button, to please leave some comments, whether you agree or disagree. That really does help out with the algorithm. Also, hit the bell icon. That way, every time that we go live or put out new content, you guys will get notified, and then you can take advantage of the information we're putting out there for you guys right away. Gentlemen, ladies, all of these things are really easy to do. They really do help us out, though, and they allow us to continue to put out this content for you guys. And so tomorrow I will definitely have a featured handicapper in the online studio joining me. But today's featured capper, guys, for Monday over at SportsMemo is Ben Burns. He's 9-1 with his picks over the last 6 days, and he's also a perfect 6-0 with his MLB, his last 6 releases. And so as mentioned, guys, Ben is now 9-1 with his picks over the last 6 days, and he's also a perfect 6-0 with his MLB over his last 6 releases. And he has a big MLB for Monday, his 4% best bet. And he also has college football and week 1 NFL ready as well. Last year, Burns finished with the #1 overall football record at Wager Talk. So that's it, guys. Ben Burns and his 4% MLB best bet, which tests a perfect 6-0 MLB run, is Monday's featured capper at SportsMemo. And so Burns is suggesting a play on the Phillies -109 at the Mets, and he goes on to say that the Phillies have been playing better baseball than the Mets for many weeks. With a starter in better current form, they should have an edge in Monday's series opener. Christopher Sanchez struck out 12 batters in his last start. He's 11-4 with a 2.46 ERA on the season, and he's got a 2.19 ERA and 1.01 WHIP over his past 7 starts, averaging a full 7 innings per. Over the past 2 months, Sanchez has a 1.95 ERA. Senga also has very good season-long stats. However, he struggled recently. He lost at Washington in his last start, giving up 4 runs in 5 innings. Over his past 7 starts, Senga is now 0-2 with a poor 5.23 ERA and 1.58 WHIP. And he closes by saying, "Let's go Phillies." Okay, guys, so just to quickly recap, my official Parsons best bet client play for Monday is the look-ahead play. I like the USF Bulls plus 6.5 at home to Boise State on Thursday. The Gold Sheet has a play on the under 44.5 in Minnesota and Buffalo in college football action on Thursday. And the featured free play from Ben Burns is tonight on the Phillies, -109 at the Mets. With the NFL and college football in full swing, it is definitely worth getting caught up on the leaderboards every day. And that's one of the great features about SportsMemo are the dynamic leaderboards. They change every morning, guys. Let's get caught up on the hottest handicappers right now. Sniper West, guys, he has caught fire, especially on the gridiron, but he's leading all sports over the last 3 days and the last 7 days. But it is Dion D'Amico that leads over the last 30 days with a 43-20 record. Major League Baseball sees Ben Burns a perfect 5-0 over the last 7 days. Of course, he's 6-0 his last 6, but it's Dion D'Amico that leads over the last 30 days with a 22-7 record. The WNBA regular season is winding down, but the action is heating up, and it's Tom Macrina that leads the site over the last 30 days with a 15-9 record. There were several really hot preseason NFL handicappers, and in the end, it was Dion D'Amico that finished 6-1 with her picks, and Joe D'Amico right behind at 9-4. College football week 0 is in the books, and it's Sniper West that comes out on the other side, leading the site so far with a near-perfect 4-1 record. And in the CFL, guys, once again, it's Sniper West leading the way over the last 3 days, the last 7 days, and also the last 30 days with a 13-5 record. We end every Betting Memo show with the round of rapid-fire free picks, and these are just all of the free picks available on the free picks page over at SportsMemo, and they come at you rapid-fire style, guys. So Dan Kaiser, he says, take the Yankees -1.5, -113 at home to the Nationals. Tim Michael has a play on the Marlins, +101 at home to the Braves. The Insider's Room says, take the Cleveland Guardians take the St. Louis Cardinals, -135 at home to the Pirates. Billy Coleman has a play on the Cleveland Guardians, -135 at home to the Rays. I have an additional free play up on the over 8 in the Padres and the Mariners. And finally, guys, Rob Vincelletti has a soccer pick for you today in Italian Serie A action. And he says, take Inter Milan -1, -150. Okay, guys, new week, new streak for sure, including the 3 official show plays, my Parsons best bet, the gold sheet free play, and the featured free play from Ben Burns. There were 9 plays on the Betting Memo today, guys. And on tomorrow's show, we're going to have more client picks and more featured free plays, another gold sheet for free play, and another round of rapid fire free picks. On your way out, guys, don't forget to smash the like button, to please leave some comments, and to also hit the bell icon. Good luck with the baseball, the WNBA, and anything else that you're playing tonight. See you tomorrow. Take care.